The Limoncella Podcast.
Such a sweet baby. Yes, you are such a sweet baby. My baby.
Is that your baby?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's lovely. Do you mind if I stroke its head?
What? Yes. Sorry, I've got to go.
I like stroking things.
The Unexplained Show.
Hey guys, I'm Bob Keenan, and welcome to The Unexplained Show.
The Unexplained Show.
In the 1960s, man landed on the moon, but did you also know that a woman landed on a black hole? Huh? Jill Fuchs was 43 when she went into the hole, and 70 when she came out. Covered from head to toe in bee stings and an otter under her arm, Jill was a moot for the rest of her life. A coincidence?
The Unexplained Show.
A brown bear off the coast of Dakota has been recorded talking to passers-by in the small town of Hinners. The clip, which went viral, was mysteriously taken off the air within an hour of the upload. We managed to clip the audio just before it disappeared forever. Here it is.
Ew.
And finally, a scientist from Baku has proven there's a dust reality operating within the confines of our 4D world. A dust reality is made of dust and bits of sand, and the people there are said to be really confused. For you math boffins out there, here's the code that proves it. 6337744552999.
The Unexplained Show.
444-833.
Welcome back to The Catch as we play Who Said That? We'll play a clip, you just buzz in and simply tell us who said that. Oh, and there is a catch. We'll be spraying Windoline in your face. Here's the first clip.
The ladies not for turning.
Deborah?
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. Margaret Thatcher served 3 terms as Prime Minister over a span of 10.5 years. The catch? She was an ugly bitch. Deborah, behave. That puts you on 5 points, Mike. You're back in play. Get ready for another.
Nice to see you.
Mike? Oh, to see you nice. No, Deborah?
Bruce Forsyth.
Yes, that tripped you up a bit, Mike, didn't it? Okay, Moira Stewart is next. No, she's not. I've given that away. Let's play the one after that.
A black hole should glow like a hot body.
Mike? Stephen Hawking. No, you've been caught out. That was our hidden catch. Hawking, of course, couldn't talk. It was actually Dennis Klatt who voiced the Deck Talk synthesizer, and I would have accepted either of those answers. So, Mike, I'm afraid you will have to leave us. Have you had a good time? I've had an excellent time, thank you. Mike, everyone! So Mike has been eliminated from the show, but he will get a chance to return right now, should he take on a forfeit. So, Mike, think carefully. Are you prepared to take on the forfeit for a return to the show?
Yes, I would.
Before you give us your answer, let's turn to our studio floor manager. What do you reckon, Andy?
Gamble.
He says gamble. Mike, what are you going to do?
Actually, I'll leave it.
He's taking it on!
No, I said that.
I know, but what you do is just take your place there. Michael, lie down on the floor. Hanging from a ceiling is a second-gen Fiat Punto. We are about to drop this car onto your body. Now, Michael, it's not as bad as it sounds. We have dropped this car multiple times on a dummy in rehearsal, and not once did the car make contact with the dummy. It is estimated to come within 2 inches of your nose, which is currently the highest part of your anatomy. Unless this is some elaborate fetish of yours, Mike. It wouldn't be the strangest thing I've seen on this show, put it that way. Okay, now Peter Ridgely has joined me from Ridgely Motors. Peter, you're confident this will hold up, are you?
Yeah, it's had a fairly new suspension fitted, so it should be fine.
Okay, Michael, I have something to confess. We're not really going to drop the car on you. This was just about putting the fear of God into you,
God
and
that.
You have passed. Well done. There is a catch, however. That was a lie. Release the car. Stay down. Mike, are you okay? Mike, can you... He's moving. He's fine. Join us after the break when we'll be giving away a lawnmower with electrical faults.
Want to get a sandwich from the supermarket chiller cabinet? Do you feel lucky? Let the games begin. You want to compare that chicken BLT with a ham and Emmental? Tough titties. There's 3 people hovering behind you, and you got 3 seconds before you gotta rotate. Now you gotta hang ground salads you've no intention of buying for 10 seconds, and it's gonna seem like an eternity. There's still a line for a second look at the sandwiches. Better grab a drink first. They're all in one section, guarded by 2 security guys, deep in conversation about the boxing. Seconds out. If you engage them, you can't flounder. Gotta look decisive. What luck? They split, and there's one last can of Red Bull. But what's this? It's someone you used to go to school with, and he's beat you to the punch. Now there's only sugar-free left. Retreat to the sandwiches before he sees you. The BLT is gone. Ham and Emmental it is. Don't look back to the self-serve checkout. It's in the bagging area. But what's this? Oh no, my friend. You've only gone and forgotten your wallet. On the way out, a store greeter asks, "Did you find everything you were looking for today, sir?" You nod sheepishly.
Right, let's see. Have I got enough? The bread's 120, the milk's £1, the egg's 79p. The bill you're on, Boris Johnson issue 1 is £3. What have I got here? £2 coin, I've got £1. Oh shit, it's €1. Got another £2 here. A couple of 50p's, 3 5s. And yes, 4 pennies, the exact amount. Get in.
Next, please.
Hi, just these, please.
That'll be $5.99. Will that be cash or card?
Card, please.
It was nearly closing time. Things were starting to wind down. I said to Alex, you go home, I'll start cashing up.
That would be a normal procedure then, would it?
Yeah, the register tallied up. I was more than happy with our takings. Usually when it hits 5:30, I would set the alarm system on the shop floor, but when I got back to the office, I realised I'd left the order book by the cash register. That's when I sort of noticed some activity by the front door, but it's normally quite busy at that time anyway, with other shop workers passing by, so I thought nothing of it. When I returned to the office, I just happened to catch the CCTV monitor, and I saw a figure lurking around the doorway.
So can I just interrupt? It was pretty normal up to that point, right?
Yes. I was more than satisfied that everything was okay. But this man...
But everything up to that point was normal?
Yes.
Could you take us through more of that procedure?
Of closing up?
Yes.
It was very straightforward. In fact, I remember actually mentioning to Alex how well the day had gone.
And there's nothing suspicious up to that point?
No. Anyway, this person was wearing a hat.
Just tell us a bit more on how normal everything was, if you could.
I really want to get onto the robbery now.
Yeah, but just a bit more.
It was very normal.
Okay, just expand on that.
I really would like to report on the robbery now.
Well,
so
please, just... I'll pay you.
What?
I'll pay you. I'll pay you a tenner.
Why?
It's fucking beautiful.
What?
The normality.
Normality?
I don't know. Hearing you talk about these little things, the routines, how it all stood up to expectations, it's really satisfying.
I mean, I've been told
Please. For me, please.
£20.
Done.
Right, okay. Actually, there's more coming back to me now. I remember in the afternoon, Alex took 3 orders, which was surprising for a Monday.
Oh?
But not too surprising. We do get busy around Easter, so again, nothing that particularly raised any alarms.
Right.
There was a problem with the hinge on the door, but it's fairly typical a model that age, so I didn't think twice about it.
Do you have an interest in fans? Call yourself a fanboy? Then why not join the Chichester Fanboy Club? We meet every Wednesday evening from 6:05 at the Lord of Our Fathers Meeting Room 2 to talk about fans. We have weekly presentations on the latest fans, delivered by experts from all over Chichester. And there's a weekly guest fan that everyone gets to have a look at and have a go on. There's also experiment night on the last Wednesday of every month. Last week saw us testing how long it would take for a hot tea to cool down with a pound shop USB fan. 23 minutes. Please arrive at 6 for a 6:05 start. Teas and instant coffee arranged each month. And if anyone needs cooling down mid-session, then that won't be a problem, considering how many fans are around. That's the Chichester Fan Boy Club. Come along.
The Limoncella Podcast. Making memes a reality.
Maybe I apply my mind, escape to a different time. I can't pretend anymore. Addicted to the thrill, I cannot escape it. Relinquishing everything I've got. I know you'll carry on with the wire of illusion. I know you'll carry on. We can't continue like this. I know you'll carry on with the wire of illusion. I know you'll carry on. We can't continue like this. I know you'll carry on with the wire of illusion. I know you'll carry on. We can't continue like this.
The Noises Podcast. 8 hours of noise and noises. Starts this week on the Humor Syndicate channel.
Ew. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? The answer, my friend, is breasts. What was that? Did you hear that? Bob, just stop playing a minute, mate. Bob, stop playing.
Whoa.
Bob?
What?
Hey, what's going on here? Okay, firstly, that How Many Roads line, astonishing opening to a song. That there are engineers with me, and I have to tell you, their jaws hit the floor.
So what's the problem?
Well, the problem... I can't believe I'm about to lecture Bob Dylan about poetry. I mean, who the heck am I, you know? But
yeah, who are you?
I know it's not my department, but the answer is breasts. You've got to explain that to me.
What's to explain?
Well, what is it? I mean...
The greatest line I ever wrote is what it is.
Bob.
Why isn't it?
It's derogatory. You're negating the rhetoric of the question. You know, how many roads must a man walk down
before you can call him a man?
Right, you're opening up so much potential.
I don't believe you.
And yet you do. What? Don't believe me? What's that even mean?
I've taken that journey to manhood, and it was all due to the breasts.
Bob, this could be a milestone of contemporary folk. But if you insist on that stupid lyric, then frankly, you're pissing in the wind.
That's it.
What's it?
The answer, my friend, is pissing in the wind. The answer's pissing in the wind.
Yes. Right, let's try it in one take. And better do a clean version, just in case.
Like
but
what?
I'm sure it'll be fine. Blowing or something.
Blowing?
And now it's time for Haiku Corner with Haiku.
Haiku,
Haiku. Hi, it's Haiku here, and here's today's haiku, read by Peter Taylor.
I'm dying in here. If you're listening to this, for God's sake, stop him.
Read by Peter Taylor. Haiku. Hi.
Every Wednesday night at the community centre in town, there's a meet-up for local residents. It gets me out of the house, and it's interesting to hear about what's going on nearby. Changes to bus routes, new builds, that kind of thing. So I always look forward to it. Annoyingly, I'd left my soup in the microwave a little longer than was required, so by the time it had cooled down, I was running late. Not that I ever run anywhere. So, as I was running late, I decided to catch the 57 bus into town. I remember the days when a bus driver would throw a hello your way, but not so these days. Stresses and strains of a job, I guess. Still, I gave him a wink and a smile, and sat down on one of the priority seats up front. At the next stop, a young woman was attempting to get on with a pram, and seemed to be struggling, so I got up and offered her a hand. She said, "It's fine, I've got it." So I asked her if she was sure, and she said, "I've already told you once, I'm fine." At this point, the baby started to cry, so I motioned to my lips, mouthed the word shush, and then went back to my seat. Little kids, bless them. A minute later, the bus was on its way again, but the poor young woman was having to stand because all the other seats were taken, so I got up and offered her mine. "What do you want now?" she hissed. I said, "You look a little unsteady. Do you and the young chap want my seat?" She said that if she'd wanted my seat, then she would have asked for it. And then she asked me to leave her alone. Well, I said I was just trying to help, and she started screaming at me. "Why is it you want to get so close to me? Are you some kind of sick freak? I saw what you did when I got on. Is this how you get your kicks?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "That thing with your mouth. People like you make me sick." I said I was just trying to help. She said, "I bet you were. Trying to help yourself, you mean? Do you really think I need the help of someone like you? You think I can't look after myself because I'm a woman?" I said, No, it's not that," and she spat in my face. Well, I had no option but to sit back down, use my ticket to wipe the spit from my face, and wait for my stop. The man next to me was shaking his head, and I noticed his friend whisper something to him about beating me up when I got off, so I just stayed on the bus until I'd had done a loop and got off where I'd got on. I didn't bother going anywhere else after that. I just went home.
You alright, Steve? You've been quiet.
Yeah, I've been thinking, lads.
Oh, here we go.
This will happen someday. Do we really believe the things we believe in?
What are you talking about?
I mean, we're all thick, aren't we?
Just a bit.
Thick as an Hollands pie.
Rob can't even read.
Hang on.
And we'd be the first to admit we're horrible bastards.
Nasty, mate.
We're hooligans.
And we have strong views.
That's
Fight
right.
for our belief, mate.
So, when you think about, all the teachers, lawyers, professors discussing what's right and wrong,
Right.
don't you think, and I'm just going off odds here, yeah?
Come on, spit it out.
Well, what are the chances that it turns out the answer to all society's ills are right here in Clacton North on table 5 at the King's Arms?
Well, they're not.
So why did we bottle that student just because he had a different opinion to us?
Because he's a student.
Yeah, you don't ever think, what would an intellect do?
Yeah, but they're just academics, aren't they?
Snooty,
They
mate.
haven't got life experience.
All right. Well, look, I've made a list of questions, so you just tell me your answers, all right?
You haven't said them yet.
Yeah, look, I'm saying them now.
Well, hurry up.
Right, who's to blame for the economy?
Immigrants.
Rehabilitation or death penalty?
Death penalty.
Best newspaper?
The Sun.
Favourite Jeremy?
Clarkson.
So let me get this straight. We're a bunch of thick bastards who generally know fuck all.
Correct.
But on individual issues, we're adamant that we're right and we'll put anyone who doesn't agree in a hospital.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Isn't that a
What's he saying?
I think he wants a paracetamol.
Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing you. I believe the word you're looking for is paradox.
You snooty twat!
Have him.
Come on,
Get him.
Yo, barren mindscape, rapture in time, space, sideways, stepping by ghosts in the night shade. Playing host to my owner, earn my right of way. That's a rite of passage, I'll rewrite my fate. Staying close to the zone in the light of day. The choice to levitate above, just a breath away. Love stays underneath the rust of the chest plate. Trust is a test of faith. Pray the heavens for sake. Fan the flames from the embers in the crate. Entering the furnace with intent to create. Recollect from what's made, no regret for lost days. Necessary steps to refresh a lost page. So what's pain? Cogs in the brain, the conscience wandering across a smog haze. Unfazed by life's absurdities, burden me not grow accustomed to change.
And I'm living every deed from these seeds I sow. It's like it's when the crops die, is when I see trees growth. Sinking into my seat, searching for the suffering. Yet something in the water caused to jump to the feet. The head's above again, breathe deep the oxygen. Systematic symptoms outline the common sense. Nobody's fault, could have blamed it on the elders, but words can be broken as the actions speak loudest. Sometimes silence might down us, sometimes peak decibel seems soundless, sometimes helpless, other times strong like Samson, ordered through the dealing with the random events. As the rain falls in chaos to dampen the strengths, and adversaries add up to diminish our defenses. Divided by our borders, united by our fences. Same difference, it's all a case of perspective. Objective view seen from different directions. May be confused as to what the subject is. Just a victim to previous neglect, still in approaching of creation of the world.
Paths unravel, travel many ways, penetrate peace, bring the voice to the temple, elevate each. Many see remedies, but they never speak. Many preach a belief that they never seen. Underneath questions, which truth do you seek? Quest on to find your best one, follow clues to the proof. Could this road ever be chosen? The wind blows and we roll on. Electrons, neutrons and protons. The journey long but the legs strong till we finish where we belong. The world's surface turning. See the patterns and observe them. See the universe swell from the center of this whirlwind. Ride it out with my earthlings. Embrace the challenge that the day brings.
My identity caught in the competition I seek. I gave forgiveness. I was a slave to instincts. I caught a vision on how I was living. Felt my energy slipping. Sweet talk keep telling me different. Remorse of these flaws ain't making a difference. Most of these thoughts are faking resistance. Innocence lost, I crave that deliverance. I call my close ones and build rapport. Skeletons fill the drawer, sedatives numb the pain. And despite subtle change, every day remains the same. Still the same. Sugar-coated candy wash away your problems. I wanna hear another word about it. Picking up the pieces of a life undone and then put back together till I'm off the square one.
The Limoncella Podcast, part of the Humour Syndicate. Stalk us on Twitter or on Facebook at Humour Syndicate.